What's up, everybody? It's me, James, and it's post-surgery. Woohoo! Um, I just wanted to go over a couple things. I made notes. Basically, I made it through the surgery. The doctor said it was good. And yes, there's a video after this, so if you want to fast forward, you can. But I want to try to make it short. Um, Doctor said that like there in here, there is two tendons. I missed like the one of them, and then I hit the other one clean, uh, just clean cut. And he said with this guy, the culprit, and he told me basically that he was able to stitch it back together, and it was a very good repair. Um, so thanks for the well wishes. I checked my emails today, and I, thanks guys for reaching out. Appreciate it. All the well wishes and everything is very nice. Um, I could show this to you. It's gross if you want to see it. A lot of people ask me, not a lot, but a few people have said, why don't you ask donations? Because I don't have insurance and it's coming out of my pocket. And I've said that I really don't know how much money I would need because of I was going to apply for the financial aid. They told me it could take like 60 days or something to get financial aid. So I figured this. If you wanted to send financial aid, I'm not asking you to, but if you want to, there will be a link below. Not send a donation, basically, not financial aid, though it is kind of like that. Um, if you feel charitable and you want to do that, there is a link in the description where my PayPal.me will be at, and basically you can click that link and you can send money through PayPal, or if you have the PayPal app, you can send money and then search for my email address, which is slipjointguy@gmail.com. I wrote it down here, so right there. PayPal.me/JBRTN85 or slipjointguy@gmail.com if you just want to use the app. So, yeah, that's kind of basically it. If you guys send something, that's great. I appreciate it. There's probably a place you can write a note if you want to say something to me, or if you want me to mention you, I will if you do so. But I'm not asking, I'm not begging. So don't think that I appreciate anything, and I just appreciate you guys watching. So I found out also that I'm going to have 6 weeks with this thing, with this. And as you can see, it's huge, and I can't move crap. So I only made 3 pre-recorded videos. So that brings me on to my next point. In order to create some videos, because I want to give you guys something. I love knives, right? You do too. That's why you're watching. We might cover some knives that are not slip joints. For example, I've been using a Kershaw Leek very much because it's one-handed like flipper, and I have been using the Case Rust Lock. So we might cover those two. And then I have some fixed blades, which I don't think I've ever covered not a switchblade, a fixed blade knife. And so I have some interesting ones we could talk about. And obviously I don't have to open or use this hand to show you. I could just use one hand. So might do that. Other than that, if you guys want to see what this looks like, I'll show it to you, okay? It's gross, but if you don't, skip this part. If you're queasy, okay? So I think you can see it. I have it kind of lightly wrapped today. It's pretty gross. Just in time for Halloween, right? Look at this. I got my stitches. My stitches come out next week. I cleaned it today, though, so look at that. That's why you guys need to be careful when playing with knives. I mean, dude, it sucks. It does, and it happens so quick. So please be careful, because it sucks, man. I could take this out. I just got to keep my hand kind of shaped like this. Yeah, look at that, man. It's hairy. Just in time for Halloween, right? Frankenstein. And like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys. I appreciate all the support and all the emails you guys send me. And like I said, I'm going to keep making videos for you. All right, enjoy this video coming up. Peace. the old timer. Now, these are real old timers. The reason why I say they're real is because they're not made by who knows in China. And this is the Schrade company, old timers. I got these from a sweet little shop in Kentucky called Cecil Clark Cutlery in Newport, Kentucky. I got these years ago, and I believe one of them, we'll find out soon, it's got a liner lock. I got that from eBay. I think it's this guy. Yeah. And but these three came from Cecil Clark Cutlery in Newport, Kentucky. So what makes these old timers cool? One, they're made by Schrade. Two, they're not made anymore. Then that's unfortunate. Three, they're all carbon steel blades except for this one, and they were very cheap, inexpensive slip joint knives that were really made well. And when Schrade went out of business, I think back in like the early 2000s, they they had to drop this line and they got sold to China. It's very sad. So, and I love these knives because, they're just, I don't know, there's something about them. They actually came in wood and they came in bone, but these are the plastic Durlin. Most of these slip joints, they came in like blister packs at Walmart and stuff. They're very inexpensive. I do know the prices are slightly going up as they're becoming rare. But they had some in boxes. This one actually came in a box, and I looked for it for this video, and I could not find it, which is super unfortunate because I really wanted to show it to you. It was a nice little silver box, kind of looked like a case box, but silver, and it says Schrade Old Timer. These things are great for collectibles. So are Uncle Henry's. They're like old timers also. Those are a little bit higher quality. They're going up in value. So old timers are really not that old. I mean, they are in the sense of, I don't know, like a car or something, but old timers are not like from the 1800s. In fact, I think they were created in the late 50s. And there's an old timer called the TOT, I think. Something, I forget. TOT, what are these? They have tank stamps. It tells you the models, okay? So you see on this one is a 34 OT. So it's a 2 OT is what I'm talking about. And has anybody ever seen a Great Eastern Cutlery Washington Jack knife? That knife is patterned off of the old timer 2 OT. And go on eBay or some sort of knife trader and try to find one of those for a decent price, and you will not. And even back in the day, they were expensive. Very beautiful knives, very rare, very collectible. So anyway, what we have here, this is a Stockman pattern old timer, a real old timer made in the USA by Schrade USA. Now, there is a way to figure out which ones are carbon and which ones are stainless. There is, I believe, a number on the side of the tang that will tell you if it's stainless. And there's, I believe, nothing if it's carbon. How these knives came in possession of Cecil Clark is that this is what I was told, there was a woman that came into the shop with a box full of knives, full of Schrade and old timers. The guy was working for Schrade before, they went out of business, and I guess he retired. Well, he passed away, and she had this box of knives and didn't know what to do with it. So she took them to him, and he bought the whole box, and there was a lot of rough ones. Like you can see here, got some rust and stuff on it. This one is a 104 OT. It's hard to focus. Schrade USA. And this is like your classic pen knife, you see? So she brought it in. They gave her a number. She took it. It was just sitting in the garage, rusty anyway. But amongst this box of, scrap, dealer samples and things like that, there was some real gems. Like this guy here. This was a real gem. You can see it's very clean. You can see that the machining, it still has its frostiness. So this might have been manufactured at the end of Schrade's lifespan, or it could be like a tester or something like that. This is the cool one that I bought off of eBay. This I bought because it's very unique. It's about the size of a case peanut. It's a single blade, and it has a liner lock. Look at that. And it even says press. It's a brass liner lock. Look how cool that is. So, you know, unfortunately, a lot of Schrade knives just don't seem to get a lot of love, I've noticed. I've posted pictures of Schrade knives and people don't like them as much. I don't know, I've just kind of noticed they just kind of, you know, people either they're like me and they're like, oh, wow, that's cool, or they just don't care. So, but this is a liner lock. I haven't seen that before. This pattern number is, let's see, let me look here, very small. 1/8 OT, I want to say. Can you see it any better than I can? 1/8 OT. OT stands for old timer. But this one is stainless, so I'm going to show you this is a lock back, kind of like a buck 110 without a bolster on this end. You can see here that has a little cross next to Schrade, and that means it's stainless steel. This is the number 6 OT, like the Hunter of the type. They did make these with bolsters on the end too, like a buck 110. This is very cool. I don't use these because they don't make these, and I want these to be preserved. You can see where it's been sitting in the sheath. And let me tell you this, keeping a knife in a leather sheath, which is, you can see here, Schrade, right? That is a bad idea if the knife is made of carbon steel. If it's stainless, whatever. Brass can be buffed out and cleaned. It's not a big deal, but you can see how the moisture attacked this brass and discolored it. So just a tip, okay? If it's a 1095 or, you know, any sort of carbon steel blade that can rust, you need to be sure to take it and leave it out of the leather holster. Leather draws moisture and holds it against your knives, okay? So don't do that. Pro tip. These old Schrades are great. I haven't purchased a new Schrade made in China, so I can't attest to the quality, but I'm assuming they're probably just like most Chinese knives. They cut and they do well, but they're never going to be collectible. They're never going to be what these are. They're copies. They're imitations. There are some really cool timers you can get. They used to, what was it, Prince Albert tobacco used to be like, if you buy 3 tins, you could send it in and get an old timer pocket knife. And some people, I've seen collectors have the tins and the pocket knives. You know, that's cool. I think that's very cool. Here's another thing. You see on this production knife, it came in a box. This is the one with the liner lock. You can see where the tang is. It's not frosty. It's like machined, okay? This too, it's not frosty. It's machined. Well, you can see this one's been opened and closed 100 million times, but it's not frosty. But this one, like this is the one that came from that box of stuff. If you look at the tangs here, they're frosty. Like they're not machined all the way. So that's what kind of makes me think that there's something about this one. It might have been like a dealer sample or a test run or something if it came from that box. Or maybe these were large enough and they just didn't finish them like the rest. I don't really know. But that's my little old timer collection, and really enjoy them. I hope you enjoyed this video too.